What's going on, Straight Talk About Life listeners? Thank you so much for joining me on today. I appreciate you so much. If you're listening to me over on my Feel the Beat radio station, thank you so much for getting up at 6 a.m. to catch this episode. Thank you. If you're listening to me on any of my other platforms, such as iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, um, just to name a few. But if you're listening to me on any of my platforms, I have 10. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to press the play button. And it just means so much to me. I will forever say thank you because you did not have to give me your time, but you decided to. And I want you to know you are appreciated here. So I have a burning question. How do you know if someone is really down for you? If they're rocking with you, if they have your back, like, how do you really know? Nowadays, it's really hard to know without a doubt who has your back. Because if I'm honest, sometimes people will act like they're your friend and act like they have your back in your face, right? But then as soon as you turn your back, as soon as they get with their other friends that you don't like or they don't like you, um, as soon as they get with anyone else that will listen besides you, they're talking ill about you. They're discussing your personal business. So people like that, first of all, they're two-faced. They're snakes, trifling, all of the names, okay? That's what they are. And once you weave out the messiness and determine that these people are really not your friend, stop giving them second chances and third chances and so on to hurt you. I know that sometimes the way we really feel about people will cause us to stay in certain situations longer than we were supposed to because we love them, right? This is our boo thing. This is our cousin. This is a friend that we've had since the sandbox. So when you have certain attachments to people, sometimes it can be really hard to break that. It can be really hard to walk away from them, knowing that they're not good for you and for where you're trying to go in your life. So at some point, we have to learn how to start getting over people, how to cut the cords and leave people where they are. Stop trying to take everybody with you. I'm speaking to you, but I'm talking to myself too, because I've had this issue for a minute where I'll feel sorry for people. I'll listen to their BS excuses. I'll give second, third, fourth, fifth, 10 chances before I finally get it that, okay, this person is not good for me. Yeah, this person is constantly talking about me to other people. This person is constantly hurting me. So I might need to go ahead and cut them off. That's where self love comes in. Because if you have any ounce of self love, there's no way that you would allow another person to string you along, to hurt you, to make you feel less than, to mess with your insecurities. There's no way. You wouldn't do it. So we just need to get in the habit. This season of our life, we need to get in the habit of leaving people where they are, okay? You're not a bad person for cutting people off and trying to elevate and grow in life. Some people are just not good for you. Sometimes certain people are the ones that's holding us back. Think about it. If you have some toxic friends, toxic family members, toxic lovers in your life right now, think about this now. If they're in your life right now, imagine how much further you would be in life if you didn't have them holding you back. Imagine how much happier you would be if every time you turn around, this toxic friend wasn't calling and blowing your phone up and texting you, gossiping about other people's business. Can you imagine how much further you would be in life? Can you imagine being with the love of your life and someone that would treat you like you're supposed to be treated? Someone that would actually date you, someone that would show you off to the world. Can you imagine that type of love? Because you have self-love? Can you imagine that? But it's hard to imagine that if you have this toxic, trifling, low down, narcissistic individual in your life. It's really hard to even think about it sometimes if you're being pulled down by people with them traits. It's really, really hard. So I always say the mind is a powerful thing, powerful tool, because you have the power to manifest your life. You have the power to envision yourself doing something greater than what you're doing right now. You have the power to do that. But you can't just sit up and think about it. You have to do the work, which means cutting ties with people that are not good for you. This includes your children, your grown children that are constantly pulling you down with their drama, constantly having their hand out, constantly making all of their issues your issues. I'm talking about them too. They can get it. You don't necessarily have to cut them off, but I mean, wait a minute. If they're causing you not to elevate, then yes, you should. But some people, you just have to deal with them with a long handle spoon. And when I say that, I mean, you don't need to talk to them every day. Probably not even every week. Maybe not even every month. Just saying. Whenever you feel like calling, say hello. If you don't want to call, just send a text. I was thinking about you, and keep it moving. You don't have to sit up and have a 2-hour conversation with someone that's bringing you down because you feel obligated to listen to their crap and their drama, and you have your own life over here to live. Because trust me, people will dump their issues on you. I'm guilty of being one of those people in the past as well. But I've learned better. I don't dump my issues on people. However, if I feel like, first of all, if I trust you, if I'm close enough with you and there's something bothering me, I would share that information. Or some would even call it venting. But I'm skeptical about that as well, because there is a thing called dumping your issues on other people. And I get that, because you just never know what other people are going through. While you're sitting there going through your 1 or 2 hour rant about your issues and about what's going on in your life, this person that you're talking to probably was up crying all night. This person is probably on the verge of losing their mind. This person is probably having an emotional or mental breakdown, but you don't even know this. You didn't even take time to find out where they were mentally or spiritually. You didn't talk to them and find out if it was okay to dump your problems on them. So here they are dealing with their issues. Now they're dealing with yours too, because you just brought all your problems over there to this person that's dealing with a whole bunch of stuff themselves. So I think we should be mindful of other people's mental, emotional, spiritual health. We should be mindful of that. We should. And I've learned to do better. You know, I'll figure out ways to deal with things instead of putting my problems on other people. You know, everything does not need to be said. Everyone does not need to know everything that's going on in your life. Some things are just meant for you to deal with. And I've had to learn that too. Furthermore, everyone is not happy for you. You can't share all of your happiness and all of your good news with people. Some people are just not happy for you. They're miserable in their own life, and they're not happy for you either. They'll smile and laugh and skin and grin in your face and make you think that they're cheering for you. But secretly they're wishing it was them that was getting the good news. So that's where the discernment comes in. Being mindful of the company you keep. Because energy is very powerful. I don't want to share my energy with someone that's envious of me or someone that really doesn't like me, but, they just don't want to leave. Like, I don't want to share my energy with anyone like that. I only want to be around like-minded individuals, people that are positive, people that are genuinely happy for me. And I think we all should want to be around people that just make you feel good. When you come around them, they lift your spirits, they make you smile. Those are the type of people that we should want to be around. And not those other people, not the negative people that's always feeling down about themselves and talking down on other people. Like, who really has time for that? Really? Come on. Life is about making memories, being happy as possible. And I know that every day is not going to be sunny, but you can try. You can make the most of your life while you're here. And not only make the most of your life and be happy, make other people happy as well. Make it your life's mission to be happy and to spread happiness to other people. No, things may not be going your way. Your life may be on the verge of falling apart. Your household may be tore up. Friendships, relationships, all of it may be tore up. But be positive and know that it's going to be okay. Know that some people are just not meant to be in your life. They're not. If you feel like you're forcing it, they're not meant to be there. If you feel like you've outgrown certain people, they're not meant to be there. I've been there. I know it. I know what that feels like. It's not a good feeling. I think we all should want to be surrounded by love. Love just feels good. Love makes you feel good. Love makes you smile for no reason. You could have been having a terrible morning, but love would make you smile and have an awesome afternoon. That's what I want to feel. No, that is what I'm going to feel. I only wish and manifest good things in my life. And I wish the same for you all. Nothing but greatness. You can do anything that you want to do. Just stay positive. Remain positive. Always. I don't care who's being negative around you. You don't have to participate in what they have going on. You have to live for yourself. So do the right thing. Do what makes you happy, makes you feel good. And just know that the Most High sees. All of this stuff that people do behind your back, all of the plots, excuse me, wow. All of the plots and schemes that people may have going on. The Most High sees all of that. And I know He does not play about me at all. So I'm not worried about the negativity that people are brewing up, all the schemes, the plots, and the plans. It doesn't even matter to me. The only thing that matters to me is that I am doing the right things and that I'm on the right path and I'm being happy, intentionally being happy, intentionally making myself happy every day, no matter what. And I just hope everyone that's listening to me right now is having the most amazing day or night, depending on when you're listening to me. And I hope this podcast, this episode, this message finds you well. If you were having a terrible day before you press that play button, your day is about to get even better now. Because now you're listening to positivity, you're thinking positive thoughts. So you have no choice but to have an amazing day or night. No choice. Remember, I said that. But I will always, no matter what, continue to spread love and light to people that somehow may still be in darkness. I know nobody's perfect. We're all striving to elevate in this life and to just make our way, find our way through. Everyone doesn't know their purpose and what they're supposed to do. But I know that my purpose is to motivate, uplift, and encourage other people. That's what I do know. I know that some things that I say, I'm supposed to be speaking directly to certain individuals that are listening to me. So whenever you find this podcast and this episode, this message was meant for you. You were supposed to be here today to hear exactly what I've been saying. Maybe not everything. Maybe one or two things. But everything happens for a reason. You're here right now for a reason. These messages that I'm delivering is coming out for a reason. And I hope that this particular episode helps you get through whatever it is you're going through. And just know that everything is going to work out. Just believe, have faith, and know that it's already done. Step back and watch the Most High move. Watch Him work. Take your hands off and just watch. I can speak from experience on that because I've done it. Certain situations that I had no idea how I was going to get out of it. I didn't do it on my own. I prayed for guidance, for signs, for answers. And I know that the Most High did not bring me this far to just leave me. That I do know. And I know that everything happens when it's supposed to. And sometimes we tend to rush things because we want it right now. This is a right now world. Like, everybody wants everything instantly. Even if it's not your time. Even if you're not supposed to have it right now. Like, people don't want to wait. When I was in my 20s, I used to wonder about certain things like, why is it that I don't have this or I can't do that? Or why come I haven't reached this level? I just had questions. And over time, I had to realize 20 years later that it just wasn't my time. And a lot of things I tried to rush and put my hand on it. And I thought I just had it all figured out. I thought I knew everything. But life had a way of showing me that I didn't know nothing. I was learning and trying to find my way. I had to bump my head more than a few times to get it right. I had to run into the wall a couple times before I was able to realize that I needed to turn and go the other way. The road had ended right there, so I needed to turn and go the other way. Took me a minute to see that, though. But I finally got it. You know, life is funny. It has a funny way of teaching us things, showing us things, showing us that we do not have all the answers. And we're constantly elevating. So therefore, we have to constantly seek new knowledge. I'm constantly learning. I'm humble. I'm gracious. I'm thankful for the lessons that I've had to learn. I'm grateful for the experiences that I've had, even the bad ones. I am thankful. I had to learn. I didn't have anybody standing there telling me, you need to do this and do that. No. And even if I did, I was still supposed to learn certain lessons. So every day that you wake up, give thanks for another day, another breath. Be thankful for the things you've gone through. Be thankful for your current situation. Even be thankful for the future that's not even here yet. I'm always going to be thankful. Because without those life lessons, I would be so lost. Without the Most High, I would be very lost. And I'm just thankful that He chose me to just be me. That's enough. I'm just thankful. And on that note, I am going to go ahead and end today's podcast. I thank you all once again for joining me, for coming back. If it's your first time here, thank you again for staying to the end, for listening to this entire episode. Hopefully, I said something that will motivate, uplift, and encourage you. Hopefully, if you know someone that could benefit from this episode, you would share my content. Also, you can subscribe to my Spotify. I would appreciate each one of you for joining my team. It means so much for all of the support. You all have no idea. So thank you again. If you're not familiar with my Feel the Beat web radio station, you can reach that station at feelthebeatradio.webradiosite.com. Yes, and it will take you directly over to the web station. My podcast is ran from 6 a.m. to 6:30 every day over there. And I play music. It's a 24-hour web radio station. And you can occasionally catch me there. So yeah, go ahead and support me. Have the most amazing day. Know that the Most High loves you. And I love you too.